Yes, just what we need. A good Christian song for the masses. Don't rewind. I'll play it again. Don't rewind.
Oh, not again.
That one more time.
Not again.
Hey, let's go.
I'm out of town. Thugging with my round. My booty all brown.
Yes.
What a looking for the hoe. The quick. Cause I'm a hoe. Pound town. Just let pound town. Let my people to the ground. Pound town. Just let pound town. Let my people to the ground. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the first time I heard this song, I cried. Because I have not been moved by lyrics like this since Simon and Garfunkel's Bridge Over Troubled Water. The name of that song is called Pound Town. Now I know it's very confusing. A lot of people think it's about British currency or a shelter for dogs, but nope. It's more about... well, you just use your imagination what Pound Town is about. This young lady, by the way, her name is Sexy Red. She is a rapper slash trapper out of St. Louis, Missouri. And she is a self-proclaimed hood rat. Anyway, I'm going to tell you what Sexy Red did. Keep watching. Hello everybody, my name is Rogan. This is this Bahamian Gyal. Let's jump right in. So, self-proclaimed hood rat Sexy Red, who is a rapper slash trapper out of St. Louis. Well, she got in a bit of hot water recently after she showed up to a school, not to perform that banger that you just heard, but to hand out some goodies to kids who were going off to prom. A lot of people were very upset by her appearance. I don't know that I was upset, but I certainly was disturbed by her appearance at the school. And that's just taking
oh boy, I don't know about all that.
Showed up to the school. I don't know the name of this school, but there were a lot of kids there, and they swarmed her the minute she walked through the door. Let's take a look.
How about shooting birds? How about that?
So a lot of parents were upset at this woman's appearance on the school campus. The kids, of course, didn't know her. The song has been going viral all over TikTok and Instagram and all the other social media channels. But the lyrics to Pound Town are quite lascivious. So I didn't understand. I'm sure.
I kept hearing about that. So I remember the other, speaking of school, the other little teacher teaching the children crying. Talking about they want to hear Pound Town. I was like, let me see who the hell is this person? This red, sexy red. I was like, okay, let's see who this is. Okay, it's nothing, nothing sexy there. This is horrible. As Chef Rem would say, it's garbage. It's garbage.
A lot of parents didn't understand why the school chose to invite her there. Now, Sexy said she was there in a charitable capacity. She was there to hand out bundles to the girls and to offer haircuts to the boys. For those of you who don't know what bundles are, they are like wefts of weave for the girls who were getting ready for prom. So you know Sexy, she loved the kids.
But when it comes to the children, Wu-Tang is for the children. We teach the children.
She said that. I want to just read a little bit, not too much. Lord, I hope I don't get demonetized for this video. But let me read a little bit of the lyrics so you can understand why
boy, here we go.
In uproar at this artist being invited. Now, she has many, many songs, and a lot of them are very, very lewd. But let me just read a few of the lyrics to the infamous Pound Town. So it opens and says, I'm out of town thugging with my rounds. My coochie pink, my booty hole brown. Where the N-words, I'm looking for the hoes. Quit playing N-word, come suck a toe. Pound Town, just left Pound Town. With my N-word, he just took a B down. Oh my God! Uh-oh, I'm out here in Miami. Uh-oh. Looking for the hoochie daddies. Where they at? Where the N-words that get ratchet? My son need a new pappy. Yeah, I can imagine the high-value men lining up for this one. Too many B-words. Where the N-words at?
Nobody lining up for that.
I'm trying to get my scratched.
It's a struggling man ain't lining up for that.
Of Pound Town. what she would
regular
say,
Joe ain't
pound
lining
town.
up for that.
Again, a lot of parents and people were very disturbed by her appearance on this school campus because who invited her? You could have the best intentions, but I mean, I think the school needs to be a little bit more cautious about who they invite.
Yeah, that was horrible. I could see if they invited nothing wrong with it, bringing the rapper, but somebody more sense. Bring up Latifah or somebody else, or Mos Def, or who else? Bahamian or somebody like that. About bringing garbage over. Oh boy, and there's nothing wrong, like, because some of the people go to the school and talk to the kids. I know the Genius, didn't he go to the college campus and talk to the students? Yeah, but he wasn't walking in. He wasn't walking in shooting birds. I doubt that.
To consort with the kids. Is this the message that you want to be sending impressionable children? Pound Town. And you know what kills me? The school looks from the look of it, it looks like it has predominantly black kids there. And I hate the fact that we just feel like we shouldn't be exposing our children to the best. We shouldn't be exposing them to the best. Like, whatever, she's popular, she's popping, she's hot, just bring her on the campus. I mean, again, great intentions if you wanted to provide some assistance to the kids, but your parents, and the minute she walks out, she throws up her middle fingers. You put your middle finger up, that's basically saying F you to someone. I mean,
what are you doing?
So I think the school, the administrators, the board, whatever, needs to be held accountable for even having this woman on campus, because just some things just don't go together. Some things don't go together. And
some things don't go together.
Private school would have invited sex.
Yeah, like tuna and cold beans. That don't go together.
Sexy Red to come as a guest. If she said, I want to hand out bundles, and I mean, granted, they probably can afford to get their hair done and get haircuts and that sort of stuff. But I'm just saying, do you think that they would have invited her, or another public school that wasn't predominantly black, would they have invited this woman on campus the minute they knew what she was all about? But as usual, we take scraps. We don't care. They're already listening to this music on their own. But it endorses the behavior. It endorses the music when you are in a school setting and you say, oh, let's have her as an artist. There are tons of artists who they could have gotten if they really wanted to do that. Yeah, I applaud her for wanting to help the kids, but I just...
Ain't nothing wrong getting in there, helping the kids with the haircuts and stuff. I remember the one kid, they said he was getting picked at bad because he couldn't get, I guess his shoes was tearing up real bad, and he couldn't get no new shoes, and they came in there helping out the kids, stuff like that. Yeah, but coming in, said shooting the birds and about I don't know. But then again, they'll probably say, in the 90s, I bet if Stone Cold walked up in there, I don't know if they would have had him either walking in there. That would have been something. That would have been something. He had Stone Cold walking there. He would have been like, keep your ass in school, and that's the bottom line because I said so. No about walking in. Well, that would actually be supposed to keep you behind in school, yeah. Stay off the street. But yeah, this girl here, I don't know about that.
That's not even the way to come out. Another thing that I find to be so hypocritical is the vitriol that is spewed every time we were talking, especially in the past few months. We talked about drag queens going on campuses or going and reading to young kids. Reading to young kids or twerking before young kids, and we were all up we were in uproar.
Not twerking in front of the children.
We shouldn't be exposing kids to sex this early. We shouldn't be having these drag queens. I need people to keep that same energy for Sexy Red and anybody else who might be coming on campus, because don't just focus on the drag queens when they do it and say it's wrong. And I say, yeah, you know what? I don't think drag queens should be twerking in front of kids. Yeah, you don't expose kids to sex that early. You don't do that. And then we think it's acceptable. I was happy to see a good chunk of people were like, they ain't feeling this. It was just degenerate behavior, And she didn't do anything really. She was just dancing with the kids. So it's not about her dancing with them or whatever. It's about the fact that she came out with her middle finger up, and the fact that she has this hit song, this song that's gone viral, and for all the wrong reasons. Sexy Red responded on her Twitter account saying, I was just there to help the kids. And she, I like, again, good intentions, but I don't know. I remember back in 2003 or so, I might be messing up the date, but I remember it was like the early 2000s. Nelly got into a lot of hot water. And I'm mentioning Nelly because, rapper Nelly that is, I'm mentioning Nelly because one of the things that Sexy Red has said in interviews is the fact that there are so many male rappers that are allowed to speak about these things and nobody challenges them on that, nobody calls them out. A lot of people call them out about it. That's not true. A lot of people call these rappers out about the things that they say and the things that they do on record. But I remember in the early 2000s, Nelly was disinvited from Spelman College because over his misogynistic lyrics. They thought that he had homophobic lyrics. He had this song called Tip Drill. I remember.
I heard about that.
Basically, would put Tip Drill on like late at night, early morning because it was raunchy at the time.
That's what I thought. And, I remember that. That's what I'm thinking.
In the song, I believe, in the video, where Nelly takes a credit card and slides it down the butt crack of. He later said it was the girl's idea for him to do that, but
I remember that. That was and they had what's that show called? They had it twice, Hip Hop vs. America. And the guy was asking the other guy, because they said it was something called BET Uncut. He's like, what the hell you doing watching uncut videos in the middle of the night? No, I don't know about that. That was far. I remember that though. Yeah, if I remember that, it's been a long time ago. Yeah, they got on Nelly's ass about that. I forgot about that.
I remember a bunch of Spelman kids, Spelman college students were like, no, we're sending the invitation to Nelly because he doesn't really represent what we represent. He doesn't represent our values. It was a big fuss about that at the time. And the thing is, if college students can say, hey, here's this guy who was coming, and I think he was making a contribution at the time. Here's this guy that's coming that we just don't want any part of. And we're college students, which they're adults really at that point. They're adults. And they don't want to be affiliated with this rapper at the time. Imagine, the fact that a school could think, well, this is appropriate for school-aged kids, for high schoolers. I'm not sure if I don't think it's middle school, it might be, high school. But how is that appropriate? I just don't understand that. But I remember Nelly, he got some heat too, so I don't know what Sexy Red is talking about. I hate to sound like the fuddy-duddy, because honestly, it's not my type of music. It's catchy as hell, right? It's not my type of music. But if this were a concert or this were adults and they went to see it, I wouldn't have anything to say. Pound Town ain't my thing, that's fine. But with children involved, I keep the same energy across the board, okay? So I don't care who it is, what background they come from. I think children should be exposed to more positive influences. I don't care who they are. I also wonder, what would have happened if the students would have had the same reaction if some well-to-do scientist or doctor or something showed up on campus. And I also know, entertainers, they're rock stars, they're superstars, so people are happy to be.
If the professor or the scientist showed up, they were the kids, small kids, some of them would probably say that's boring. We want so and so. They would have been turning their head, walking away. They would tell me this is boring. I was like, oh, y'all.
Around them, but I just wish that we would.
Matter of fact, that I'm thinking about it. Speaking of this, the scientists or the guys that create stuff. Now this would be something back in the '90s if even if it was high school or 8th grade or whatever. If Mr. Wizard showed up, how about that? Showing you how to make the plastic. I don't know what he did on this one episode. He made the plastic break in frozen ice, whatever the heck it was, the dry ice. That would be something. That would be something if Mr. Wizard showed up. He was something else.
Promote those positive images and positivity a little bit more, because the lyrics of the song, that's not something that children should be exposed to. I mean, if they're sneaking and doing it, I can't stop that, but the school can certainly be the gatekeepers and protect these kids from that. So on Sexy Red's Twitter, she says, I wonder what school I should go to next. I think all these schools need to be closing rank right now and be like, no ma'am, you're not welcome. Because we cannot be exposing our students to this. By the way, Sexy Red is not only a rapper, trapper, but she's also an entrepreneur. And just so you can have a little context about, and I'm not here to step on anyone's ambition. I like the fact that she's making her money, it seems the legit way. But let me just read a little bit. She's an entrepreneur. She sells lip glosses as well. So let me just give you a little taste of her lip gloss line.
Side business.
And this, I wish I were making this stuff up. So she has a lip gloss line, and these are the names. They're very unique names, and I'm being very kind when I say
boy,
they are unique. Y'all ready for this?
What's this?
She has a lip gloss by the name of Yellow Discharge. She said, you know, because women be having yellow discharges. Ladies, you need to get that checked out. Another lip gloss that she has is called Coochie Juice.
Oh, come on now. Come on.
Coochie Juice. The other one is called Gonorrhea.
This girl.
And it's green, like gonorrhea. Her words, not mine.
Woo,
There's several others that I don't even want to call the names of them. I mean, gonorrhea, yellow discharge, and coochie juice. I mean, that's enough for me. There's some other
that
stuff
is enough.
She was quoted in several articles. You can go and find the whole collection if you want to.
No, I think people are good off that.
And yellow discharge. Imagine Rihanna over at Fenty Beauty talking about, no, I want gonorrhea for my lip gloss. We gotta hold ourselves to a higher standard now.
Oh no,
and, you know,
this is bad.
Even though I found that the vast majority of people were like, this is trash, right? And speaking out against it.
Yeah, no, there's no shit.
You always got those folks who like, let her live. She can live, but I don't want her around these kids. Sorry. Not sorry. Anyway, this is a very short video because there ain't much to talk about with Sexy Red.
No, yeah, that's enough of that.
It's all
Yeah,
catchy, I'll give you that. But I don't want my kids listening to it. I don't want my nieces and my nephews and
that's not sexy
listening
there.
to it. And
That's craziness.
I would be up in arms if they texted me, if my kid texted me and said, Mommy, guess who was to our school today? And I'm like, who? Beyonce? Sexy Red. And I immediately hear, I'm out of town. I'm still with my round. My booty all around. Where the looking for the hoe? The queen. I gotta tell you, the star of this right here for me is the guy on the back, keeping a straight face. Sometimes laughing. I know he like, how did my career get to this? I was supposed to be at Carnegie Hall. Hey! Pound Town. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think down below. Oh! If you had your kid in school, would you be okay with Sexy Red coming?
No, that's not happening. No children, but still.
Would you be okay with her coming?
That ain't happening.
Tell the truth. I mean, if you're cool with it, let me know. It's fine. If you're not, please let me know.
I actually let him stay home that day.
Pound Town. This girl going to the top.
That was horrible. That's sexy. That's not sexy there. That was horrible. I'll show you a woman that's sexy and not even doing that craziness. The woman right there talking about it, that was a sexy lady, but not this red person. Come on now, that was horrible. Like I said, Chef would say it's garbage. I can hear Mr. M's voice now. It's garbage. I can hear. I ain't seen him in 20 years. I can still hear his voice yelling and screaming. It's garbage because it is garbage and it stinks.